going on, world? DJ Marcus doing it one more good time. It's the Dot Comedy Podcast. We're about to do the big thing, man. Another exciting week in the books. Let's see, what do we do at Dot Comedy this week? Not Dot Comedy, comedy shows near me. We had a couple good shows this week. We had a show at Public Bar. Then we had the show at McGinty's. Another show at Crossroads 2 in downtown. It's not downtown, so it's from Wheaton. And then we were back at Dave and Buster's Rumble Mills doing the damn thing. So it's been an exciting week, man. We can't wait to get the guys on. We can start talking about it. I hope they show up at some. I guess both of them have bad internet signals today. They're working on it, I guess. I hope. You never know. You never know sometimes. Sometimes it's just me. And if it's just me for the next 45 minutes, just understand it's going to be some reckless ass shit said. And if I'm the only one here, I can say what I want to say. So I'm going to start talking about people. And when I start talking about people, it's going to be bad. It's bad. You already, Candace. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Candace. Go live with Candace. Hopefully it pops up. I don't know what's going on with it. There it is.
Yeah, we can't leave you to your own devices. You be saying anything on the air.
I know, right? My earbuds didn't connect.
Where are you? This is not the Dot Comedy Studio.
No. This is the new Dot Comedy Studio South. I am at the new location. We're branching out. We're doing big things.
Okay. I'm going to turn my camera off for a while. And when my husband gets home, I got to go. Y'all started an hour late. Y'all on Negro time today.
Yeah, y'all newlyweds, so you got to get the clapping. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to cook dinner. That's where I'm going.
Okay. Like a dutiful wife should.
God, I can't tell you anything. You're going to turn it into some bullshit no matter what I say.
Hey, man, so you got to feed your man. Because if you don't feed him at home, they're going to feed him in the streets.
He'll just go by his mom's house.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how that works, generally. But yeah, man, how's everything going with you, Candace?
Everything is going fantastic. I just came back from New York. Who's talking about my handsome Indian husband? Who is that? Oh, Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah. I just came back from New York and I'm sad. I wish I could stay forever. I love New York so much.
What were you, can you discuss what you were doing in New York?
Yeah, I was at a company event.
Oh, okay.
You know where I was at.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know if we could discuss it. You know how you like top secret sometimes. Sometimes you
that's true. That's true. Actually, we probably shouldn't discuss it at this time, honestly. Thank you for reminding me. I'm glad I have you around because I would have fucked up.
We've been on this podcast for damn near 10 years. I know what we can and can't talk about most weeks.
Thank you for fucking stopping me because I was about to go in because this shit was amazing.
Oh yeah,
I can't even talk about it right now.
I know it's lit. At least I
can talk about that right now. I can talk about it on June 1st.
June 1st. I understand that. Oh man, but so what's going on with you? So did you get to do some stand up when you're up in New York?
I did not get to do any stand up when I was up in New York, but the event that I was at, we won't say who hosted the event and why I was there, but it was amazing, and they had some really cool surprise guests. Mm-hmm. 50 Cent, French Montana. It was insane.
Yeah, your chain smokers, they were there too.
Yes, the chain smokers were there. I keep forgetting about them. I left right after they started.
That's like the Coachella North.
Yeah,
that lineup sounded really
odd. It was insane.
Like I didn't think that was a lineup you could have.
It happens. So, yeah.
I didn't really ask to join just to not be on fucking camera. Fucking worse.
Trying to eat my dinner, but I can't because this is timed all horribly.
I sent
Joey, tell us
you all
about
the
the
messages.
tell the story, Joey. Tell the story, Joey. Tell the story.
Tell what story?
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't play with me. I want all the details. Say it on air.
Well, kids, I'll tell you. Once upon a time, there was a guy and a lady, and there was a proposal, and that's about it. That's the whole story.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Yay! And it was acoustic guitar. Okay, you tell it. I'm not gonna tell it.
Okay, so this has been in the works for a while now. I've been looking to pop the question. I had this was a series of hoops that had to be jumped through, and expenses I didn't know were part of the package. Like I knew I had to get the ring, but I didn't know that there was going to be like phase gating to be able to ask the question. So
because you had to tell every damn body. She deserved a surprise. Every girl wants to be surprised, and you had to tell her whole damn family.
Right. So
We had to tell him, we had to talk to him about it. I mean, I understand it's tradition and shit. You got to be, you a traditional woman now. You should understand tradition. You cooking dinner for your man, making sure he's fed.
I know, but
I can respect.
Joey told okay, go ask her dad, yeah, but Joey told like 57 people.
Well, he had
So
Nigeria. You might as well. You posted
I
it on
didn't do
Nigeria.com.
nothing. What the family chose to do at their event is on them. So first, I got the ring, right? Then I knew that I had to ask what the Nigerian procedures and policies were because I had no idea. So I asked her brother to help me out. Now her brother.
a head of cattle and some goats. That's what I remember.
No, there was no dowry situation. So,
okay.
So her bro's like, okay, you just need to bring a bottle and meet my dad and da da da. Then like after like a week of waiting to see if they could meet on a particular date, he goes, oh no, I forgot. You have to go get the godparents' approval to go get them to come with you to the parents' house. You have to have a member of the family there as an advocate, and then so I had to go to their house first.
This is too much.
So I get the godparents on board, and then we had to reschedule the meeting with the parents for later. This is all while still producing 10 shows a month, like a rabid crackhead. So then
you had to have the grandparents and also an advocate, like a representative.
The godparents, not the grandparents.
The godparents. The godparents were the godparents knew me, so they were there on my behalf.
Oh, so you have to have a family member to speak on your behalf to the dad whose behalf you're trying to get. This is too much, I feel like.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean whether it was too much or not. So then here's the thing: she's also like by trade a decorator of things, and she does a lot of decorations for a lot of things. But chief among them, engagements. So her sister thinks it's a good idea because when I get the ring, of course, the sister has to be involved, and she's like, I need to, I want to see the ring. Bring it over. So I bring her the ring, and then within a day of that happening, the sister took it upon herself to decide that, hey, I'm going to call my sister who does decorations and ask if she wants me to decorate.
This is why you can't tell everybody. They fuck shit up.
I know, but I'm just following directions. I was told that the siblings are the two people I had to tell.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Who said that?
So then,
I feel like that's
I knew from day one. I had a very simple proposal plan. One, I ain't doing all that decoration shit, and two, I ain't having a party. Right. So I was like, all right, we're gonna pick a place that's pretty, so I don't have to decorate shit. I'm gonna get someone to play music, and I'm gonna get a photographer. That's it. That was the whole plan. That was always the plan. So
Joey,
I reached out.
Since you had to ask every day, you had to involve every damn body anyway, you should have just done it, or you could have just done it like at a family event because you had to involve everybody any fucking way.
No, because it would have ruined it.
How would it have ruined it?
Because I don't want 150 people there for my engagement.
Okay.
He didn't even invite me, and I was like chief amongst everything, trying to get him to propose like 6 months ago. I told him to propose a year ago because I was like, you ain't gonna get no better. You ain't gonna no better.
So anyway, older Cam, older.
Fucking marriage. Good. Oh, Marcus, when did you become one of those?
I've always advocated marriage. I believe marriage is the pinnacle of existence. If you're not married, you're doing something wrong. I believe.
Weren't you the one that was surprised that I was even thinking about it?
Hey,
I think you said, I didn't see you as a married guy, Joey. I'm pretty sure that it was something you said at one point.
Marcus said that?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure that was a conversation that was had.
At some point in the distant past, me and Joey were supposed to be running these streets doing bald-headed hoe shit. And so I didn't see Joey marrying nobody. I mean, it's honest truth, because I didn't see myself marrying too many people. But, I mean, we're all in different places now. The Lord has found a place for me, and He has placed me there. And she keeps staring at me. I'm going to have to say I do right now some shit. She keep looking over here at me in the middle of this dumbass conversation.
Say that's so exciting.
And you chose this.
I didn't mean to hijack the story. I just am very upset that you had to involve so many people, because once you do that, you can't keep it a secret.
Right.
She 100% knew, I'm sure. But anyway, keep going.
So I had to. So then, but I successfully, my acting skills kicked in. I successfully played down that nonsense.
That's
and then we got through. So then I got to the parents thing. I had to get my mom to come. I had to get so so now it's the day before Easter. I have her parents there. I have my mom. I have her godparents there. I have her sister and brother there. I have her cousins there. I have 2 babies and a couple other friends of the family.
This is what
There's
I'm
at least
saying. Everyone you could have just proposed right there.
damn near 20 people in this room, 2 of which are children, which we know can't be trusted. And so then I get permission that night. Right now, I was lucky enough. So this is the hustle with that part that was even trickier. They have a Ring doorbell that maps to her phone because they're not tech savvy. So they had to cover all the cameras, which would have been a giveaway. But fortunately, she was so busy at her catering job that day that she didn't
pay attention to the ring going off 16 times.
Never saw the ring. Never saw the suspicious ring notification where there was no image. So bullet. So that should have been a giveaway, but we dodged that bullet. Next morning, we have Easter Sunday at her sister's house. There is her, and during which someone mentioned one of the babies that no one had seen yet. That was at the function, so then they had to play off like where they saw. Oh, she's like, "Where did you see your baby?" Oh, FaceTime. What's up, Skip?
They fucking up. They fucked up the whole time.
Yeah.
They kept fucking.
And then her husband, and then her sister's husband, mentioned my mom, and it was like, "How do you know my mom?" And thankfully, something else distracted. But like, there were so many close calls on Easter Sunday that I was ready to fold the whole thing in.
Wait, your mom? When did they meet your mom?
At the knocking, they call it. When you ask for someone's parents' permission, it's called a knocking.
So, but you traditionally have to bring your parents to that?
I had to bring a family member to that.
Thomas wasn't available?
Thomas he wasn't. We burned the one-time use of Thomas on our visit to my uncle's house the week before.
Okay.
We only get one using of the Thomas per month.
Gotcha.
And our April excursion was to Delaware to visit my cousin and my uncle.
Okay.
So it went. Did it go well? I mean, did she cry?
Oh yeah. So we got past that shit, and then I had to like plan it. So now I'm looking for a nice day. I have to find the one day that she's not working and I'm not working in all this in the short time frame, and have it be nice outside.
Okay. I mean,
So
that shouldn't have been too hard.
And I got to coordinate schedules with the musician who is our old friend Dan Barry, who used to do musical guest things for Dot Comedy. So I coordinated. And Rashawn Gosswhite did the photos. So I had to get their schedules synced up and figure that out. So finally, I'm like, all right, I kind of want to do it up around the lake at Rio, up in Gaithersburg, but I didn't know like how to convince her to go up there without it being kind of weird. So I had this like clever idea of, oh, it's really hard to get people to go to restaurants twice, because like I actually looked this up. So I don't know if you know this, but like 70% of people don't go to the same restaurant twice.
Really?
And the example I used was, we went to that Yard House before and we liked it, but we've never been back. So that was the conversation of, oh, let's go to Yard House again. We haven't gone since that one time and we had a good time.
Okay.
So that was a way to rationalize it, right? That it wasn't too obvious. But as the day went on, she started to pick up little hints, but she still was surprised. So we get there, and now like the ring came in this box that was hideous, this little red carpet box. It was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. So I had to, I couldn't give it to her in that box. I had to order another box. So I ordered a wooden box that has a light in it. But I didn't plan on the dimensions of this thing. It's no way I could put this in my pocket with my thick-ass hips. So I'm like, even with my jacket's too thin.
The red box is fine.
There's no way I can successfully carry this thing on my person without it being obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to basically have this hidden in my car and then have her best friend come out to be the ring manager. So
bearer.
Yeah, basically. So anyway, she pulls up right. So we get there. There's a wait at the restaurant. There was no way to make reservations for some reason. Yard House doesn't do that. So, and I'm trying to time this for sunset, right? So I'm hoping we don't have too long of a wait, because I'm trying to make sure dinner ends on time.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, okay, well, we got like 15 minutes. Why don't we go over to Dick's? So we go over to Dick's Sporting Goods there across the street. And her friend almost fucks it up, because she goes to park and drives right by us. But so Kalechi, for a split second, thought she saw the car, but she didn't say anything. So I guess she would let that go. But it was like that close, because if she saw her friend, then it's a wrap, right? There's no reason. Her friend lives in Colombia. There was no reason for her to be there. So luckily, we were able to get to the finally we get. So I texted her like, all right, just stay put until we get seated, right? So we get seated at the restaurant, and then I'm like on my phone, because I have to unlock the door from my phone. So finally, I let her get the ring. She closes it. She goes out, and she goes and waits with the other guys. Now it's cold. So last night it was like 50 degrees and falling and windy. Yeah, it was just definitely a lot of close calls.
A lot of close calls.
Yeah, she definitely was surprised. So thank you, Rashawn. Thank you so much for doing the photos for us. They came out beautiful. We really appreciate it. So we finished the meal, right? And I knew I had to plug the walk around the lake, because it's getting dark, it's cold. There's no way, if I'm like insistent on a walk around the lake after the meal, that it's going to fly. I had to set it up ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I really want to go for a walk out there. I'm not going to be full. I don't want to go home full. So she's like, all right, fine, we'll go for a walk. So we go for the walk, and then we're like, walk around, and then we're coming up around the lake. But now there's like, and we're getting close, right? It's like 7:50, and sunset's at 7:53. Like we're right there.
Okay.
So we're trying to get there, and next thing I know, my nemesis, Canada geese, are everywhere, and they decide to cross with their little fuckwat ducklings and get in the way and hold us up. And I was like, I can't just go around them because I know that they're assholes and they're territorial. So last thing I want to do is have this whole night end with me fighting a goose and not proposing. So
That was the funniest shit ever.
So I withhold my frustration.
That would have been
I withhold my
hilarious.
frustration of these geese, and I hate Canada geese. I hate them with a passion. Because for as nice as you've known every Canadian person ever to be, the geese are equally assholes.
Gotcha.
So finally, we're getting closer, and she's starting to see. She's like, "What's going on up there?" She sees, Dan's on the bench playing music, and then she's like, then she starts tearing up and freaking out because she's like, "What is this? What's happening?" And then she saw her friend, and then her friend handed me the ring, and then she just started bawling.
Oh.
That's beautiful. Tell everybody what Dan was playing.
Yeah.
Tell everyone what Dan was playing.
It was "So Into You" by Fabulous and Tamia.
Mm-hmm.
On the guitar.
So.
Oh, is that the missus?
Huh?
Yeah. What?
I was asking if that's the missus coming home.
It is.
Yeah, she should pop in and say hello to our viewers.
Yeah.
No, she's shy. She's super shy.
Hi, guys.
No one sees our spouses on the podcast. That's not what we do. We don't show spouses on this podcast.
Oh, God.
People be
We have
stalking.
some aggressive members of our fan base that might get.
That's your husband, yeah. Why ain't cooking his dinner yet?
I'm doing this. I'm getting ready to hang up on you. I wanted to hear the story first.
I
wanted to tell Kalechi congratulations, but she doesn't want to pop in.
Yeah, man.
Sean said you could pop the hand in. They want to.
Yeah, at least just the
ring.
ring.
This way with the ring.
How?
Her nails are not done. She's worried about.
Okay, make a fit. Make a fit.
Camera's up there.
There you go. There you go.
God, it's gorgeous. Oh my God. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful ring on a beautiful hand, marrying a beautiful man, beautiful couple, interracial love all around. Everybody gotta love it. You gotta love it. I don't know how I feel. It makes you feel warm and tingly inside to see all this love on the other side of the screen. I'm not married. You know, these hands are ashy. There ain't no rings
What's
on.
happening?
So
Is there a whole new box
I'm
now?
just here. I'm living.
You need some lotion. Them knuckles
Oh,
ashy.
you got your.
Fuck up. That ain't what we were talking about. We're talking about love.
Bigger than
Knuckles.
way bigger. So I'm gonna wear them that's around. Let's just stay safe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a kind of.
Yeah.
Go make your man dinner before it gets too late.
She's got a bunch of imposters. She got a bunch of decoy rings that she brought just so that she can
Preserve.
that she can wear the fake ones around so that nothing happens to the real one.
So she's like got the Infinity Stones, like in what was that? In the damn Loki show, like all the Infinity Stones in the drawer.
Yeah.
Takes one out, puts it on. Well, congratulations, Joe LaFaro. One more time. Joey's getting married. I'm getting choked up. Joey's getting married. And it shows we're getting old, man. I on the other hand, and sitting here in a hoodie inside, cold. I don't know why. Just old.
Oh, I forgot one more thing.
Okay.
The day before, I had to go pick up the ring from her sister's house where I had stashed it, and she took one last shot at ruining the whole thing by texting her and being like, "Hey, so no one asked my permission. What's going on? And then she texts me back and goes, "Oh, she doesn't know anything." 'Cause I'm like, I didn't ask you to find out if she knows or not. You're not a master of espionage. Leave this alone.
The sister was definitely the weakest link. The sister was the weakest
The
link.
most weakest link. The most
Why
weakest
is
link.
in my house? I got a safe. You could have thrown it in my safe.
You talking about Andrew?
Hmm?
You talking about Andrew?
Oh, yeah. We had that conversation already.
All right, so what's
But
going on in the world, Joey?
So, you know your boy Kenan Thompson?
Yeah, the greatest SNL performer ever.
He decided to dress like a monkey and show up on Weekend Update. And people are feeling some type of way about it.
fuck with that. Like, what? Like, no, okay. Besides just him, did no one at SNL, did no one at NBC, did no one at, like, at any level, did no one stop and think this is not okay to put a black man in a monkey suit on national TV?
Well,
Like,
he's one of the
someone had
writers,
to think that
so
was
he
a bad
wrote that
idea.
bullshit.
Huh?
He's one of the writers, so he wrote that shit.
Like, there were so many times when that could have been stopped. How did it get all the way to air?
Well, it's like when Vince McMahon called John Cena nigga on national TV, and everybody's like, how did that even get through everybody? And he wrote it. He wanted to say it. What you want? He wanted to dress up like a monkey. I understand.
He's been waiting for his opportunity patiently.
Pretty much.
Do you think they're just out of ideas because he's been on the show too long and they can't think of anything else to do with him?
What are we going to do with this monkey? Put him in a suit. All right, shit.
They're trying to get him canceled because there's no other way to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Supposedly the idea behind it was supposed to be related to the Super Mario Brothers movie, which has been doing really well at the box office. And instead of having him be Donkey Kong, they thought it'd be funny to make him Funky Kong. But I think they just made it more racist.
No, there's something I saw where Funky Kong is an actual character that he was being.
Was it? No, I think it was I think the joke was that Funky Kong was mad that he got snubbed from being in the movie.
No. He's an actual character with like a do-rag and shorts. I thought I saw.
Nintendo made a character called Funky Kong?
Look it up. I'm telling you.
He really is a character.
Told you.
This is really a thing. Funky Kong is a recurring Kong in the Donkey Kong franchise.
So that does not excuse it, but at least it's an explanation. Like he was being an actual character.
He wasn't being a monkey. He was being Funky Kong. That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah. Which is still not okay, but I mean, at least it's like.
Well,
it makes
it an easygoing surfer. Funky is a very skilled mechanic, creating many vehicles and other inventions from limited materials.
Huh?
Who was that?
Don't ask questions about people walking in the background of my shot. That is not for public consumption.
Who was that? I thought you said no significant others on the podcast. Didn't you just say that shit?
I can't be held responsible for other people walking in my shot. I don't know what that is.
You just said
Fucking Joey eats puppies. Wait a minute.
What?
Is Joey
I
that
heard
popular?
dog tastes good, but
Joey about to join a kick a puppy company in a minute. So he'd eat them too.
You're considering it as well.
Oh, I damn sure am. Fuck the poors. I'm about this money. I ain't worried about the poor people. Poor people kiss ass.
just trying to be the change I want to see in the world. Hey,
So he
speaking
did
of change.
that. What did he do? What did he do in the costume? Did he do something special? I never got a chance to watch SNL.
No, he was just mad. It was the premise was that character was mad he wasn't included in the movie.
That was
Okay.
death. I can't believe that got through so many layers, like the writer's room, all of this stuff, and made it on air. That's insane.
I'm not surprised.
No
I'll say that much.
insensitive all the way up the ladder. No one came in and was like, we definitely can't do this. Him specifically. Like, what?
He should have been
Well, he
the
also
voice to say no.
He didn't portray it true to the character either. Because supposedly from the description, Funky Kong's supposed to be a surfer dude. He's supposed to be a surfer dude mechanic, and he definitely wasn't playing it that way.
Nah.
Anyway,
Oh, did you hear about Tucker Carlson?
I gotta go in a minute, but I'll do something good. What do we have next that's good?
They fired Tucker Carlson
And Don Lemon.
and Don
They both
Lemon.
got let go.
For what?
They
Saying
cut
some racist shit?
Well, CNN, or I think Fox cut Tucker so they can pay some money for the bullshit they got to pay. Don Lemon been getting ready to get fired for like the last 3-4 months.
Yeah, this has been a
They've
long
been
time
looking for a
coming.
reason to fire him. He been fucking up. Which, hey, I'm not mad about either firing, because I don't really like Don Lemon to begin with. I never have. You see him like a fake one. And then Tucker Carlson is just a dick anyway. He's just
So these two are going to make a show together now, right? That's what's going to happen next?
yeah. It's going to be on TV One. They're going to put a show together and put it on TV One.
He would.
It's called Tucker the Don. Tucker the Don. There you go. It works.
I thought they were going to call it Orange is the New Black.
Oh man, but I knew somebody major was gonna get fired at Fox after they settled with those Dominion people, because that's a lot of goddamn money they have to recoup.
Oh, Don's upset though. He said after 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved in the network. It is clear there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues there and the many teams I have worked for with an incredible run. They're the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best.
Okay.
What's going on, man? Where you been?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Fox? What's wrong with him?
Huh?
What's wrong with Jamie Foxx?
Nobody knows. No one's saying what the hell happened to him.
He had like a stroke.
He's been hospitalized for like 3 weeks, but no one's saying.
And then he had a setback.
Yeah. But no one's like really saying. I'm really wondering what's wrong with him too.
Nick Cannon said he's awake and alert. I don't know why Nick Cannon's the one giving the updates, but
Awake and
I don't know
alert.
what to do with that. It's a weird situation.
Awake and alert indicates that, or seems to suggest that at some point he was unconscious.
Yeah.
So maybe he was in a car accident?
No, they would have said a car accident.
no, it wasn't an accident. He just says it just says suffering a medical complication.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're not saying it.
Yeah, Cannon said, I can't really say what it is, but it'll be out there soon.
Hmm.
Well, we'll see. I hope he makes a full recovery though, because he's one of our greatest. I can't see a film world without Jamie Foxx. Though.
Not a fan.
G-Rich said Don got fired after going back and forth with that Indian American.
What Indian American?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't pay attention to Don Lemon's exploits.
You're not a fan of Jamie Foxx?
No, ever since he did that, there was this roast that I don't even remember who they were roasting, but a comedian was up there and he just like humiliated this guy in front of everybody. Have you seen that clip?
Well, because the guy kept going. He should have sat his ass down before he was up there amongst some of the funniest people in comedy.
Right.
And he should have sat down. He was a novice and he shouldn't have been on that stage.
I feel like you shouldn't get that much joy and amusement out of like humiliating someone. It was very, very mean.
But
Very.
that's what a roast is.
They weren't supposed to be roasting that guy. That guy was one of the roasters.
No,
And
but you
Jamie
roast
everybody
everybody.
gets roasted at a roast. Everybody.
It wasn't-
If you walk into the roast, you're part of the roast.
okay, but roasts are good spirited. Oh, hey, we're all making fun of each other. That went past it. That went to mean he was purposely trying to humiliate that guy, and I just thought it was so mean.
See, I don't believe that. Like, I watched the whole thing,
I'll have to watch the clip because I don't.
and it doesn't,
it
it
just
didn't feel like that to me. It felt like he was just going in on him because he was trash.
Okay. It didn't have the friendly spirit of how like roasts have. It seemed very mean spirited. When I watch it, that's what I get from it.
Where are these?
So what are you
I just
saying?
didn't
This
like-
is all karma for some roast?
No. I'm just saying I haven't been a fan of him ever since I saw that.
You know, that was like 99, right?
It's ever since then I've just never liked him. I was like,
But you didn't like Ray.
this was
Miami Vice.
when that happened, but I didn't see it until after
Oh, yeah,
Ray.
that happened in like 99, 98,
This is that
99.
cancel culture bullshit stuff he did.
It's old.
Yeah, I didn't see that. It was after Ray when I saw it. It was after the movie where the president saved him. Talking about.
Like, no, I want to be mad at him now.
Because
when
that happened a long, long time ago. Like, that was a VHS video that it was. That's how old that was. It wasn't me.
Monique was there, Tracy Morgan. It was like, it probably was the 90s, honestly,
Who
from
was
the cast.
the victim comic?
Somebody you ain't never gonna hear about again.
I don't even know his name.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't good, and he shouldn't have been up there with the rest of those heavy hitters. He just got caught up. He got caught up in a corner roast. You know how everybody go on you at one point, just everybody on the block just going at each other, and they focus on you, and you're like,
Yeah.
Some people can't.
shit.
Hey, if you man will heat, don't get in the roast.
He definitely
Speaking
was up there
of-
with veterans. Like Monique was sitting directly next to him. I think Steve Harvey was. It was like a bunch of veterans around this table, and he was the only guy who I never heard of. Like everybody else was like a big name.
His name's Doug Williams. Doug Williams. And it happened in the Polar.
2000 something. I don't think it was the 90s. I want to say it's 2000 something.
What?
It was at the Shaq All-Star roast of Emmitt Smith.
There it is.
And that was the thing.
What?
They were roasting Emmitt Smith, and the dude didn't say anything funny when he was roasting Emmitt Smith. So then Jamie was like, "You're not funny. Stop while you're ahead and just sit down." And the dude's like, "Oh, now I got voices talking to me in the back." And he's like, "Yeah, they're telling you to sit down. Please listen to the voices telling you to sit down."
He was supposed to be Emmitt Smith, but he was trying to like make jokes about Jamie, and then Jamie started going in.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the fuck are we talking about here?
Wasn't in like a friendly roast way. When you watch it, you'll see.
All right. Well, speaking of comedy, have you guys heard about Tom Brady's new hour special?
What?
So, you remember Will Sasso from Mad TV?
Yes.
He has a podcast with his guy Chad Coltgen, and he basically the podcast is with an AI. It's him and an AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the AI decided to take it upon himself to see if he could make a Tom Brady stand-up special using like AI written scripts and a bunch of Tom Brady interviews. So it's all cobbled together, and they made an AI Tom Brady that does a simulated comedy special. It's terrible. I listened to like a few minutes of it, and like one of the jokes had to do with like, well, humans shit so much and talk about shit. They must like shit. They must eat shit, breathe shit. And it was like, what the it was so weird, but it was like, but it's his voice.
They used the AI voice thing? Oh, yeah.
Tom Brady isn't finding it hilarious that they did this at all, and he wrote TB12 sent a cease and desist letter.
Really?
Oh, because I have to go.
All right. Make the dinner
All right,
good.
go make your fried rice.
Yeah, make
It's
that,
not rice, it's biryani. Look it up. Bye.
make that
I
long
did.
fried rice.
It's rice in a skillet with seasonings, meat, and vegetables. It's fried rice.
Bye.
Make a long fried rice. But yeah, don't go watch that roast, Joey.
I don't care. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. That oh, there's a quote. Anybody on the apps right now? I'm recently single and thinking about getting on them. But here's the problem. I've never been on them. I don't really know what I'm doing. Someone sent me a message on Bumble. She said, "You look just like Tom Brady." And I said, "I am Tom Brady." She said, "Prove it." So I went to her house and let a little air out of her footballs.
That's a good one, right?
It's hilarious, but the problem is they're just like, but Tom Brady's like, no, take it down now. It's like, they said it's simulated. They say it's AI, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. He can't write a better special, which is probably why he's mad.
Like I don't do that.
It's called It's Too Easy, a simulated hour-long comedy special.
I might have to look that up.
Yeah.
So what else going on in the world, man?
Do you remember the ghetto superstar himself, Praz?
Yeah, so Prize is a snitch.
Apparently.
What I'm fucking reading?
Jurors
Who's an informant?
will begin deliberating Monday morning in the case of former Fugees member Praz Michel, who the Justice Department is accused of being the linchpin of an international multi-million-dollar conspiracy. The 3-week trial featured testimony from a diverse cast, including Leonardo DiCaprio and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions, and took members of the jury on a winding 7-year narrative of alleged corruption, greed, and failed conspiracies.
Where do you get that group of people to be in the same situation as?
They have to make a movie about this. Like, they have to. There's too many weird quirks.
Why is Jeff Sessions and Leonardo DiCaprio in a courtroom together? I don't think that's unnecessary for some reason to me.
He's accused of acting as an unregistered agent of China and Malaysian billionaire Joe Lau, working in the U.S. to gain political connections and influence. Prosecutors contend that Michelle was paid millions by Lowe to secure access to both the Obama and Trump administration, and that he attempted to use those connections to advocate on Lowe and China's behalf. In 2012, Lowe paid Michelle $20 million to help Lowe get a picture with then-President Obama. Michelle testified last week. He also funneled over $800,000 of that money to Obama Victory Fund through various straw donors at several events attended by the president. What the hell?
This shit's crazy.
Oh, cool. Here's the alleged conspirators. Here's the other people involved. Others that prosecutors say were involved in the alleged conspiracy have pled guilty, including George Higginbotham, who was employed at the time as Senior Congressional Affairs Specialist at the Justice Department, and Elliot Broidy, a top Republican fundraiser.
Okay. But I'm still trying to get my head around Prize being a double agent.
He also told the jury he was simply a connector, helping Lau find counsel for civil charges brought by the United States government and letting government officials, including FBI agents, know that China wanted Guo extradited.
That's weird.
There's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack here.
It's so weird. Like, I like this morning I woke up and they were like, people aren't going to understand. Prize is the government informant. I'm like, huh? I was like, he was informing on the refugees? What the hell is he doing? It's like, how deep am I supposed to go into this? And now it
If
sounds
they
like
just kept the Fugees together.
if Barnhill and Wycliffe just kept the Fugees together, we'd be in a better place. Prize wouldn't have gone astray and helped China get influence in America. What kind of shit? I never thought that would be a statement. That sounds like an AI statement. Refugee singer Praswell, a Chinese informant and middleman for conspiracy to influence American politics. That sounds ridiculous as hell.
There's so much like unnecessary here.
Oh man. So what else going on, man?
There's it's like you've heard about Bud Light's new marketing campaign.
Didn't they put a transsexual on there?
Believe so. Anheuser-Busch has decided to shake up its marketing leadership after its Bud Light brand became quite literally a target for conservatives angered by a campaign featuring a transgender social media influencer.
Mm-hmm.
They have Alyssa Heinerscheid, who oversaw Bud Light marketing, has taken a leave of absence.
Oh.
And Todd Allen, a vice president of global marketing for Budweiser, has been appointed. Anheuser-Busch confirmed Allen's new duties in a statement today. USA, we have made some adjustments to streamline the structure of our marketing function to reduce layers so that our most senior marketers are more closely connected to every aspect of our brand activities. Translation, we need someone who actually pays attention to shit so that dumb shit like this doesn't happen again. While that's noble of them to want to do that,
Mm-hmm.
there was zero chance this was going to work. That was not the target market. Like, why would you?
Not even close. This was
Like,
not. This is not going to go their way. I don't know what they were thinking on that.
That was not. Like, you have a billion brands. You could have created a brand. You could have picked a different, smaller brand. Nope. We're going to throw this at one of our largest brands, knowing the demographic of that brand.
Did you see the video of the guy in like a Walmart where he was just throwing Anheuser-Busch products on the ground? And he was just,
see, now it was worth it. Imagine getting upset over Bud Light. That's the part that is still hilarious of the whole thing.
Yeah, that is funny as shit. It's like, not only you're upset about trash beer.
This makes this whole thing hilarious, right? Is like, on the one hand, this is a dumb thing to do on Anheuser-Busch's part. On the other hand, it kind of feels like a troll.
It does.
Because the people who care about Bud Light care about it way too much because there's no reason.
There's none. There's no reason to be that upset about that shit. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
The only thing you should be upset about is that you were drinking Bud Light in the first place.
Oh my god. Oh man. What else going on, Jeff?
Oh my god. Wait. Okay, so this was the plan. Bud Light for partnering with TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney to promote a contest. In an April 1st Instagram post, Mulvaney displayed a personalized Bud Light can with an image of her face printed on the front and discussed the company's $15,000 giveaway tied to March Madness. That's after March Madness, first of all. All right, I'm over this.
None of it makes any sense. Not a single goddamn bit of it.
So, have you ever considered having your appendages lengthened?
Now, I got long arms and legs, so I'm pretty good. I know you
I thought about it.
I know,
I'd be
I
lying
know
if I
you
did. I just want longer arms so they're proportionate. I don't want anything crazy, but
You
there
had
are
like
certain men who.
3 more inches of arm.
Well, it seems that it's become the 2023 is the year that the song "I Wish I Was a Baller," I wish I was a little bit taller, has become a group of people. A 26-year-old man has had a leg lengthening surgery to take his height from 5'7" to 5'10".
You gained 3 inches of height.
Yep, it's 5'7".
That he's still short. But he's 5'10" now.
He said shorter men routinely get spoken down to just because of this trait that they can't control. My goal is never to be tall. It's to be a place where no one comments on my height,
Do you feel that way,
he
Joe?
said. No one comments on my height. I'm 5'8". I'm not one of these little people. That 1 inch matters a lot.
Hey, tell him about it, man. I understand completely.
I'm not generally referred to as short just because I'm just taller than the short guy.
Yeah.
I'm at the very bottom end of average.
Yeah. Like you're not like freakishly short. Like you're shorter than me, but I'm like
Right.
I'm basketball player tall.
Right.
Like I'm short basketball player.
Right.
That's how I generally look at my height. I'm like if I was to go play like on a corner, I go play at the local rec center. I'd be tall, but I'd be short amongst them.
Right.
But you're not like freakishly short. Like I don't think you would ever need lengthening. Like you wouldn't like if you did that, I would laugh at you.
I would be more concerned about lengthening my arms than my leg because I have short arms and it's annoying.
Yeah, you got T-Rex arms. Like you just got to just they just sit right in here with it.
Like
Yeah.
I just want to when I like reach across my body and not get stuck on my boobs. Like that's
Well, you know what you gotta do there. You gotta get rid of the boobs. Boobs are the problem.
well, there's always something on my chest. Either pecs or boobs, just depends upon how my life's going at that time.
How soft you feel that day.
There's always something. Yeah, it's a firmness. There's always matter there.
Oh man! All right, we got time for about one more.
How much is this?
Are you looking into it now?
I just want to know. The $75,000 4-hour operation, which is not generally covered by insurance, involves cutting the thigh bones in each leg, inserting rods inside them. Then over the next 3 to 4 months, the rods are lengthened up by up to 1 millimeter, 4.04 inches per day, via an external remote control. New bone grows over the rods. Physical therapy is required. For 4 months following his surgery, Alex went to 4 to 5 times per week and used a walker. As he regained his mobility, he switched to using a cane. The final step of the process is removing the rods. Alex returned for that hour-long procedure a year after the first operation, and his insurance fitted the $10,000 bill. In total, Alex estimated the whole process cost him $100,000.
$100,000, 3 inches. Nah, I'm good.
Here's my thing. I don't know if I trust those 3 inches.
Yeah.
Like, am I just taller, but I can't actually like run or play sports? Because it doesn't sound
He just wants to
like that's gonna be.
stand. He wants to stand amongst tall people. But if you want to be an athlete, this is not going to work for you.
This isn't gonna work for me either. Do you know how tight my body already is from all the? They can't make that longer and then add to it. That's never gonna work.
Because they would have to cut your like forearm. It would make your forearms longer. That would grow.
Is that what they do?
That's a lot less muscle there.
I got a lot of meat on my body.
Yeah. I mean,
This dude's a skinny bitch.
He's skinny. He's skinny too.
Yeah.
Oh, sinewy ass. Yeah, those are the types to get shit like that happening to him. All right. All right, let's hit one more, Jeff.
I didn't have anything else. That was the end of the news cycle for me. I don't know. Do you have any other stories? Oh, you do a what they watching? You seen anything lately?
What did I watch the other day? Oh, I did get to see John Wick.
Okay.
Did you see it? Did you ever watch it?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it.
You did? I thought we didn't. I thought we didn't talk about it because I never see it.
No, remember I was telling you about the axe fight that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like, and
And then he dies. And then he dies from being fat, not the axes.
Yeah, him and that fat guy were fucking weird. That whole fight scene with the fat guy was fucking crazy. Like, he dropped him on his head, so that's what killed him. And I'm like, wait a minute. Not the 10,000 cuts or the throat cut.
He seemed like a very rubbery fat guy. Like things would bounce off of him.
Yeah, the blind dude, that was a good addition. The Marquis made no sense. I didn't think he was a necessary piece to that whole thing.
That guy was annoying, yeah.
Killing the Middle Eastern guy at the beginning of the movie wasn't necessary. They could have saved him for the end.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole movie was kind of... It's just craziness. Have you seen Beef?
No, I haven't.
You'd enjoy it. It's on Netflix. It's Ali Wong and a bunch of other Asian actors. But it's about this road rage incident, and then you find out, oh no, it's not just that two people got into a road rage incident. They're both just horrible people. So...
Oh, I think I saw like a preview for it. Like it starts with like there's a like they almost back into each other, and then he gives him the finger, then he tries to chase him down. I saw that part.
Yes.
And so it just goes from there.
Yes. That's basically the start of it.
Okay.
What you find out is this guy was like she was just an unhinged CEO person that like hates her life because she's a psychopath. And she has an imaginary friend, and that you don't find out about till later. And then he was trying to kill himself, but then he didn't, and he tried to return the hibachi grills he was using to do it. I don't know why he was using hibachi grills to kill himself. It was the weirdest fucking suicide attempt I've ever seen.
Is that what flew off his truck when he was chasing her?
Yes.
So, I was like, he just bought whatever the fuck just flew off his truck. He's gonna be pissed about that.
No, it was he was trying to return them. He was trying to return them, and they wouldn't let him.
Oh wow! All right, I might have to give that a shot.
Yeah, you'll like that one. And then one I really liked. I don't know if you'll get into. Rob Lowe has a new show called
I'm not a big fan.
Unstable. Unstable.
Where's it on?
It's all on Netflix. Do you remember Better Off Ted?
Sounds familiar.
It was like a show on ABC for a while. Had a bunch of no-name actors, but it was like a funny lab show. Like they were inventing weird shit.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of the same thing, but like a better version of it.
Okay.
And yeah, Rob Lowe plays like a eccentric billionaire mad scientist guy. So he's trying to, and his wife died, and he's like been like extra weird since she died. So they're trying to like get him to invent shit so that he stays ahead of the company.
Oh, okay.
His actual son is in it with him.
His actual son's in?
Yeah.
John Lowe?
It's super weird because his son looks like a Doogie Howser. Like he looks like his son has a very weird look. His son looks like he looks like one of those old young people. You know what I mean?
He looks like he doesn't belong.
He looks like an old boy. Like he's.
I get that.
And versus Rob Lowe is like, is like a model, aged well, like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird because like one's actually old as shit but looks young, and the other one's young but looks older than he's supposed to. It's a weird dynamic,
Okay. And it's called, what's
but
it
it's
called again?
funny.
Better Off Ted?
Unstable.
Unstable. Okay. All
Unstable. Better off Ted if you find it's pretty good, but it's very similar shows.
Okay. All right. I'll check them out. I'll check them out definitely, man. But hey, man, it's been a fun week, man. We got shows this week. We got what is that? Not Splash Lounge. I keep wanting to call it Splash Lounge. I don't know why.
We have Public Bar tomorrow night with Mike Quinlan, and I'm hosting.
Awesome.
Domo
Mike
Can will be there.
Okay. And we got McGinty's on Thursday.
Thursday with Tiana Douglas and Sean Miller.
Okay. We got another show this week, don't we?
Oh yeah, we have the big one. Cinderella Cares at McGinty's Public House this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We are raising money for Cinderella Cares to help do some research to combat cancer. So definitely come out for that one. A portion of the proceeds go to charity. It's an awesome lineup. Yours truly, Nikki Knowles and Shelly Kim, Ian Salmon, and the one and only Tony Woods will be headlining.
Okay. Oh, awesome night, man. That's gonna be a fun show. I'm gonna try to make it to that one.
Sure.
I'll be there. I might be there. It'll be good. You always know comedy shows near me. Visit us online at comedyshowsnear.me on the internet. You know, we can find all upcoming shows, all upcoming events. You can also sign up for some shit, man. You sign up for some of these classes, man. We're doing big classes. We got a class coming up. It's a podcast class. It's like 15 people signed up already. We got 10 more seats. So get in there.
I just had somebody call me on the .comedy bat phone to ask, or the comedy shows near me bat phone to ask about classes.
There you go. We got 10 more spots left. Come on, sign up. Get yourself in there.
We out here teaching and preaching.
Teaching and preaching, man. We doing big things. 2024 is going to be the year of the show near you.
Oh, shout out to Yoey at YG Productions who's been watching. He interviewed me at Montgomery College the other day, and it was a fun time.
I saw that. I saw you went back to our alma mater just to give back a little bit to the kids. I understand. You did a good job, Joey. Did you do good?
Yeah.
Was it a project?
I had to show them how to set up a lavalier so you can't see it.
Oh. Did that project where you had to produce your own show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. I remember that project. I had some weird guy play some death metal on mine. I didn't know him. I asked him to come out the day before. I went to all my friends the night before, and I was like, "Hey, I need someone. I got a project due tomorrow. I need somebody that plays guitar. Someone can do live perform." And Andrea called me and said, "Hey, I got a guy. He lives nearby, so he could just come out. He ain't got no job, so he could just come." And I was like, "All right, cool. Is he good?" She's like, "Yeah, he's great." I didn't know his song would be about killing puppies. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
I had my mom come and do ballroom dancing in that tiny little box studio.
Oh, that could have been interesting.
I
was part of a wrestling one too. Like we did a whole like WWE wrestling. Like I did a promo and I did a match. I literally didn't know how out of shape I was until I did that match, and like we ended, and I laid on the floor for like 5 minutes because I was out of breath. I was like, I can't get up.
I wanted to produce that show. That would have been fun.
Oh man,
that sounds like something Zach would have done. Was that a Zach production?
No, it was one of the other guys that was a wrestling fan in the class I was in.
Yeah,
but he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, you be a good wrestler." And I'm like, "Oh, for real?" So I wore a tank top over top of a t-shirt. I was the most bootleg wrestler in the world. First, I was big angry, and I was yelling and shit in the camera, and then we start the match, and I come out throwing stuff, and I get there, and I'm like, all right, he's like, "All right, you got to jump off the top rope." I'm like, The rope is one of those little barricades at that you get at at the movie theater. That's the ring. I can't jump off of that. That doesn't make any damn sense. So he's like, we're gonna get a ladder. We're gonna get a ladder for you to jump off of. I'm like, I'm not climbing a fucking ladder in the studio to jump on anybody. That sounds stupid. And then he jumped on me instead. It was so fucking crazy.
There's no way they had the proper ring for that shit at all.
No, it was tumbling mats. There was a bunch of tumbling mats, and they put the damn do not pass ring rope around it. So this is just fucking stuff.
They had stanchions.
It was the fucking worst, man. But I made it, and I got an A in that class, so I did good. I did good on all ends.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, man. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. And we will see you folks next time with more fun and more thrills on the Comedy Podcast. Is that a wax off? All right, I guess so.